Leonardo DiCaprio recently sat down with Variety magazine to discuss the future of movie theaters and where they're going. And what he had to say was very interesting. So we pulled the story and have a couple quotes here from him and just thought we'd talk about it. I'm sorry, I said Variety. I correct myself. It was an interview with the Times of London. DiCaprio was questioned if people still have the appetite for movie theaters and also pondered if cinemas would become silos like jazz bars. I mean, it's very niche, right?
I feel like it kind of already is.
Kind of, yeah. I feel that way too. Quote, it's changing at a lightning speed. We're looking at a huge transition. First, documentaries disappeared from cinemas. Now, dramas only get finite time and people wait to see it on streamers. I don't know. I feel like this is a lot of the feelings in Hollywood from actors. At the end of the day, the actors still have to work. So if this is the way it's going, I wouldn't be talking a bunch of shit about it.
I don't think that he is.
No, he's not. What I'm saying is, if you're a James Cameron, if you're a Ridley Scott, if you're a Martin Scorsese, you can talk shit about this all the live long day. It's not going to affect you really. But if you're an actor,
you're a millionaire,
right? If you're if you're an actor, if you're somebody that's going to be in front of the camera, whether that be for streaming purposes or for a film going to the theater, you are going to be a part of the business still. And I think he's very careful not to shit on the streaming services. That may be the future. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see.
Well, here's the thing. We don't know where this is going. It's just like AI. It's just like everything else in our world that's changing right now. We don't know where it's going. And I mean, you can shit all over it, but you're just going to kind of sound like an old man.
Yeah.
We're kind of just waiting to see where things end up. And I mean, if I'm being totally honest with you, like, one of the things I hate about movies these days is that the blockbusters have taken over everything to the point where no one pays any attention to indie movies or artsy movies or anything like that. The only thing that matters is how much you make at the box office the first weekend. And I think that has really destroyed cinema and really destroyed art. And if it happens like this, to where it becomes a niche thing where you go to like a jazz club and watch an artsy movie, I mean, great.
Yeah.
Maybe that'll give them the ability to make artsy movies.
I think there definitely needs to be some kind of revolution.
Right.
I honestly thought a few years ago when you started seeing movie theaters integrate like bars and restaurants into them, seating with tables and chairs that were actually comfortable and stuff like that, I thought that we were turning a corner, but then here comes streaming. So it's hard to say. DiCaprio goes on to say, I just hope enough people who are real visionaries get opportunities to do unique things in the future that are seen in the cinema, but that remains to be seen.
But they're going to change the way they make movies.
Right.
They're not going to make them for the big screen with the sweeping cinematography, they're going to make it differently. But life is always changing, y'all.
Sure. And I'm not hating on cinema. I'm not hating on movie theaters. I'm just a realist. And the fact of the matter is, it's become damn near impossible to go to a movie with by yourself, let alone if you want to take your family or your wife or your girlfriend or your boyfriend or whatever. I mean, it's expensive to go to the movies. And I understand why it is expensive, but that doesn't change the fact that it's expensive.
I don't know that it's so expensive as much as everything else is so expensive. So we can't afford, like, if you got to pay like a $900 electric bill, you can't afford to go to the movies.
Right. Absolutely
but.
Right. DiCaprio was also asked about the controversial AI being in film these days, the technology capable of humanity, and here's what he had to say. It could be an enhancement tool for a young filmmaker to do something we've never seen before. Classic canned answer, right? I think anything that is going to be authentically thought of as art has to come from the human being. Otherwise, haven't you heard these songs that are mashups that are just absolutely brilliant and you go, oh my God, this is Michael Jackson doing The Weeknd, or this is funk from the A-Tribe, from the A-Tribe, from A Tribe Called Quest song, Bonita Applebum, done in, a sort of AI green soul song voice, and it's brilliant. And you go, cool. But then it gets its 15 minutes of fame and it just dissipates into the ether of other internet junk. There's no anchoring to it. There's no humanity to it, as brilliant as it is. Which I think is well said. It's like a flash in the pan. Funny for a second, but nobody's going to remember it because nobody created it.
Couldn't you say the same thing about CGI? Like, CGI is not...
They definitely had the same argument with this as they had with CGI, I think, where the idea of it completely taking over was something...
Well, and it's not authentic.
Right.
It's not human-made. It's not like...
Of course.
I mean, I guess it's human-made, but
well,
you know
it's
what I
not
mean?
practical. And that's something a lot of people, myself included, still have problems with, is too much CG in a movie. I mean... And the good news is, if you're a fan of that, looks like they're actually rolling back that way toward more practical stuff, especially
right. But all
in the
these
horror
like
genre.
superhero movies, like Marvel movies, are like it is basically like watching an animated film. There's so much CGI.
It's just like Star Wars. You can't not do it. I mean, it's like it's impossible. Anyway, Leonardo DiCaprio, I don't know if some really good insight, a lot of, stock answers from it, frankly. But a lot of actors are going to be asking themselves these questions as we move forward with this big Warner Brothers sale and with the technology of AI becoming more advanced by the day. Let us know what you think of this story in the comments below. Make sure you like the video, subscribe so you know when we go live, and we'll see you in the next one.